Right, third time lucky. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing okay. You know when you go to do things sometimes and it just will not work out the way you want it. I cannot get my camera angled the right way around. I'm doing a Floss Tube 56, by the way. Welcome back to the channel. Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. And because I'm doing a Floss Tube video, I want the camera angle to be aiming towards me, so I can't put it in the frame. So I've got it balanced on a chair at the minute on a pack of pens. Don't ask. Don't ask. So yeah, I do apologise if it's slightly upwards a little bit, but I think you can see the majority of me anyway. So how is everybody? I hope you're all doing well. I'm okay considering didn't get much sleep last night. I just couldn't settle for some reason. I just could not settle, couldn't get comfortable. Both sides, I've started having, when I try and get settled overnight, I've started having pain on both my hips. I can't get settled for the life of me. So I have to keep propping myself up. So I have to keep propping over, changing sides, and I just couldn't get comfortable last night. So I woke up this morning, my head was hurting. I also have a bit of an infection in that eye, so you can't see it that much. It might seem just a bit more closed than that one, so I do apologise about that. But yeah, you're not here for that, you're here for stitching. So what have I been doing with stitching wise? Yeah, I'd slowed down my stitching before Christmas, but then just after Christmas I seem to pick it up a bit more. So I've not picked it up as in the sense I've done loads and loads and loads and tons, and I've worked on tons of projects, because I just haven't done that. But I've worked on, I think I've worked on about 3-4 projects, and I've just got them here to show you what I have been working on. So I think we'll get this one done first. So I've worked on 2 counted cross stitch projects and 2 stamp projects. So that is a change for me, because I haven't worked on a counted project for absolute ages. But a few nights ago I just really fancied getting some work done on it, so I did. So we've got it's a Heaven and Earth design, and it's Queen of Hearts. Now you'd have seen this loads of times before, that one. If I hold it closer you'll get to see her closer. So it's by Mitchell Saeta and artwork by Rachel Anderson. Now I haven't got that far into it. I am doing it on Pattern Keeper at the moment. I'll tell you something. Doing Heaven and Earth designs, cross stitch pieces on Pattern Keeper is a hell of a lot better than paper charts. I love doing them on Pattern Keeper now. But because it's going to be a fairly big design, I think, because I've got like that much fabric, you're not going to see in the sense of tons and tons of progress. However, the progress you are going to see, it's background, but I have done, believe it or not, I've done quite a few stitches on this all together now. So you can see it's got shining like a maroon colour in it as well, which is, it'll be the top corner, this part here. So if you can see that part corner there, that's where I've been working on. And at the moment with this, I've done, I think I've done about 8,700 roughly, and about 66 stitches altogether on that. So I haven't done too many stitches. When I hold it back like it just looks black, doesn't it? But when you hold it close, if I shine it like there, you can see the colour in it then. So yeah, I haven't done too many stitches on it this week. But I've done roughly about I think I've done about 300 stitches, so it isn't a lot in the sense of I've done loads of stitches on it, because obviously I have 2 children, both at school, school age. I also have a husband as well. But obviously I need to do things around the house, well, say outdoorsy type thing, because my husband is suffering with it's very bad social anxiety, so I have to do all the stuff that's to do with going out the house and that, and having 2 children. Don't always get the time to maybe concentrate on this, and I must admit, a lot of the times now, the night time, I've just wanted to put my feet up and just watch something on the TV. So that's what I've done on there. Not too much progress, but it is a bit. I'm considering, I think I might take this with me when I go to the stitching retreat in April. Yeah, April. We're coming up to March now, and it's around about the 13th of April, which I'm really looking forward to, because last year I actually missed the retreat, but this year I'm going. So we've got that. The other counted cross stitch that I've been working on now, I had full intentions of probably finishing this for the retreat for this year. However, I highly doubt that's going to happen now. I'm going to have to put you up a bit because you're too low. That is so much better. I just felt like when it was back a bit, it was just too high up and you couldn't see. All you could see was from there, and I just felt it was too high hemmed up. But yeah, anyway, the next kit that I've been working on is, I started this, well, I bought it and I started it at the last retreat I went to, which was not September last year, it was the September before, because last year I didn't go on any of the retreats because I didn't book any, because my son was going to the Isle of Man. But I have booked it this year. Like I said, I'm going in April. I'm going to stick to the April ones. But anyway, I bought that, which is Mirabilia design, and it is Charlotte design. I can remember that. So I bought that as a kit, but I didn't get the fabric that came with it because I wasn't that fussed on the fabric. However, you didn't have to get it with the fabric. You could choose your own fabric. So that's what I did. I chose my own fabric. There was a lady there that did fabrics, and I bought, I can't remember now if it was 28 count even weave hand dyed, and it's lovely. It was really nice, and I'll show you how far I've got on it now. Like I said, I'd have liked to have got this finished for April, but I can't see that happening. So that is how far I've got on there at the moment. I think the last time you saw it was, I don't think I had any of this done, and I was probably maybe working on this bit, or I didn't have that done. But that's as far as I've got on that. I'm really pleased with how that's turning out. She looks absolutely gorgeous. So now, at the moment, I'm just working on filling in this little bit here, and it should be pretty easy, that, because it's just one colour, and then that's 1/4 of the design. I've got my lovely needle minder there, which is Tom Hardy. Yeah, I've got my Tom Hardy needle minder, and yeah, that's how far I've got on that one. So I could have done better with the progress on it. I could have done better, especially since I started it not last September, but the September before. But yeah, considering everything else that I do as well, that's pretty good. So I worked, like I said, I worked on that the other day, and I can't show you the chart, but the 1/4 of it I do, when I've done that bit, I'll go on to the other 1/4, which is the other side, the left side. And then it's working on the top part of it, which the top part is going to take a bit of doing, but then the top part is when I get to the beadwork as well. So yeah, yes, I love it. I do love it. So just pop this back on here, put my chart back on there and put it back. So yeah, I do love it. It's taking its time, and it will take its time, but it's getting done. So that is that one. So now we come to the stamped kits. Now the stamped ones I've been working on, actually no, I worked on 3 in particular. Yeah, I've got the 3 here. So I've worked on 3 stamped ones, not 2. So this one, I have not got a bigger picture to show you, so do apologise about that. I am really sorry. But this is my white tiger with the blue eyes. Absolutely beautiful. I think this was sent to me as a review kit, and it might have been by Biggest Craft. I was working on this a couple of nights ago. I've done at the moment, because I did some background, found that I was getting bored of the background. Yeah, I was getting a bit bored of doing the background. I did the background at the top, which you'd have already have seen when I've shown you before. So I've done some background there. I've just got to do the pink bit around there. Then I decided I was going to do a bit of background at the bottom. Probably got a little bit bored doing that. So then I decided, well, I want to see if the tigers, flapping my phones up, I want to see if the tiger's eye is going to work out well and how that looks. So the other day I stitched the tiger's eye, and this is, if I can just get it, oh, I don't want it like that. That is what I've done so far. So yes, I'm stitching round the eye now, and I'm stitching round here, then I'll work on that. But I did the tiger's eye. What do you think? I think that looks all right. So yeah, the tiger's eye worked out well, and I think it's looking really nice. So yeah, I did some work on that. I did that when I was probably just watching something on the TV, because I've been watching, I've recently finished, yeah, I've been stitching it while I've been watching the Tudors, because I think there's about 4 seasons of the Tudors. Me and my husband have watched 1, 2 and 3 together. Then I was in a bit of a Tudor kick, so I decided to watch 1, 2 and 3 again while I was stitching. So I've watched 1, 2 and 3, and we're gonna wait until we sat together to watch the 4th season. But I love it, the Tudor series, absolutely love it. If you'd seen it, it's got Henry Cavill in. It's got some good actors in it. Yeah, I think I need to get a bigger project bag for this, you know, because it just feels too small. This one should be for a small project, so I think I'm gonna have to get a big one. But it's a good excuse to get one when I'm at the stitching retreat. Yeah, because that's one thing I get. 2 things I always get when I go to the stitching retreats. One is a souvenir needle minder from No More Lost Needles, but Lisa. I always get my souvenir needle minder, and I always get a project bag from Ladybird, which is the one that's organising the retreat. So I always buy, and what she does is she actually does her project bags as well. She does her own project bags, so I always get a project bag from her as well. because I just love her project bags. So yeah, I'm going to show you this one next. Now, I got this one when I was first ever got into stamped cross stitch. So yeah, I'm not familiar with cross stitches, but I got this, and yeah, I did find out it was a gorgeous design, but I found that out after. I honestly did not know when I purchased this, because I'd never done stamped cross stitches before. So I just had a look and I just grabbed a bunch off one of the sites and ordered them. But yeah, it's a gorgeous girl. So I've been stitching her, and I've got up to here with her at the moment. I've done all the background at the top. I wonder if I can roll it back down. It's easy enough. So yeah, I stitched the background at the top, and then it goes purpler as you go down, and I'm just filling in this red part here, just filling in that now. And then when I've done that, I'll go on the background bit on that part and fill in there. And then I think the last bit that I'll do on that is fill in the girl itself, and that'll be that one. Just make sure I put my needle back on there. So yeah, it's a nice little stitch, because I've got it in the hoop as well. I can hold it in my hand, and I can hold it in my hand quite okay, and it's nice and light. It doesn't feel really heavy, so it's a really nice light project to work on that. So yeah, that's one that I've been working on. Now the other one that I'd worked on was, I hadn't done anything on this for ages. My daughter, she was gaming the other day. She was on World of Warcraft. My husband, he was doing something on Black Desert, fishing, but then he was working on his first debut upcoming book that he's writing, because he started writing a novel. Well, it's, to be honest, it's something that's been in the works for quite a while now. And he did have a long break from it, because obviously with his suffering with his social anxiety and wherever else, unfortunately, that comes along with it, he'd lost the heart to work on it. But we discovered it again the other day, and he's decided to work on it again, and he's going full force, so I'm really proud of him. So yeah, he was working on that, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to stitch something from World of Warcraft. Now, this was sent to me by Biggest Craft, so thank you again for Biggest Craft. Now, I don't have a big picture of the design, but the small picture is in the corner there. And with her, I worked some of the background at the top. I think I was getting a bit bored doing some of the background. I think I can take this off a minute. I don't like to take it off too much, because sometimes they're an absolute pain to get back on. So I was working a bit of the top there, the backing. So I worked a bit of the back stuff there. Decided, no, I don't want to work on the backing, because I think I was getting a bit bored of working on the backing. So I decided that I was going to work the bottom corner here. Filled in some stitches there, and then the other night I decided to work in another part. So I actually wanted a change, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to work on the orb. I can't see because of the light shining. But this is where I started working on the other day. The other night I've started stitching the orb just to get something different done besides backing. I don't mind doing the background and that, but oh, excuse me, but sometimes it can get a bit tedious, if you understand. So yeah, I decided to do work a bit on the orb. So I was going to work on one of these today, but I don't know which one I want to work on. Whether I want to work on a stamped or if I want to work on counted. I'm thinking stamped because with my eye irritation and with me having a headache earlier, at least it's something mindless to work on. So yeah, might actually work on, I think I'm going to work on the World of Warcraft one. So yeah, that is what I've been working on. Oh, excuse me, cross-stitch wise. Now, other things, what other things have I been doing? I've been doing a bit of, actually I've been doing a fair bit of colouring the last month or so. I'm currently working on a picture in Girl Moments by Coco Wyo. I think I did a flip through of that. I have recently bought another book by Coco Wyo, a new release I think it was, because I saw it in WH Smith yesterday, and yeah, you hardly get any good colouring books in my local WH Smith anymore. So when I saw that, I snapped it up because I thought, yeah, it's hardly ever you find anything good. So I've been colouring. Reading, I've been doing lots of reading, like lots, and I've left my thread out to my other design. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading. I've been reading a lot of the series that I'm currently going through is a Tudor series by Philippa Gregory, and every so often I'll have a break and I'll read something else. Like the last book I finished was a book by Nikki French, and it was Secret Smile. It was a thriller, and it was really, really good. I think I read it in about 2 days. I did, and I finished it. So I really love that. And I finished that and I went back on to another Philippa Gregory book. So, oh, excuse me, I'm really sorry. So the one that I'm reading now is The King's Curse by Philippa Gregory. Now this one, I think this is fictional based with facts put in it. Now this one is actually about Margaret Pole, about her. So I'm just going to read a little bit of the back for if you are a book fan. So it's got, they trust her to watch the House of Tudor rise, only she knows it will fall. Heir to the Plantagenets, Margaret Pole is a rival claimant to the Tudor throne. Buried in marriage to a royal Tudor supporter, she becomes guardian to Arthur, the young Prince of Wales, and his beautiful bride, Catherine of Aragon. But her destiny is not for a life in the shadows. Tragedy throws Margaret into poverty, yet the king's death restores her to a place at the young King Henry VIII's court as lady-in-waiting to Queen Catherine. As the Tudor court soars, Margaret has to choose between her alliance to the increasingly tyrannical King Henry or to her friend, his abandoned queen, and Margaret is hiding a deadly secret that a curse was cast on the Tudor line and she is watching it come to pass. Now, I've read through these books, I've read about like the curse, the supposed curse that any Tudor son born, they would not survive. It was supposedly a curse that was passed during the Woodvilles, Elizabeth Woodvilles, before Henry VIII. With how things actually turned out, Now, I don't know if the curse is real, but one of the curse was obviously all the boys would not be able to get any boys, and if they did, they would not survive. And as well, the Tudor line would end with the Virgin Queen, with a queen, not a king. And she would be childless, obviously, she wouldn't have a child. Now, if you go back and think, Queen Catherine of Aragon did lose a lot of, unfortunately, she did lose quite a few babies, especially sons. And also, Anne Boleyn as well, she had some miscarriages. Now, the Tudor line did end, I think, with Elizabeth I, and she didn't have any children. She didn't get married. She claimed, obviously, that she married England itself. So I'm wondering, was the curse real? Could it have been real? I don't know. I'm probably talking shit now, but it just gets you thinking. So yeah, let me know if you've ever read any of her books. It's really good. So anyway, I'm gonna get going. I hope you've enjoyed the floss tube and seeing what I've been working on. And yeah, I hope you're all having a good. Oh, I hope you're all having a good week wherever you are. So yeah, I'll have to decide which ones I'm taking to the retreat. I've only got 1 month to think about it. Yeah. But yeah, I'll have to think what I'm going to take with me. So anyway, I'm going to get going. If you have enjoyed the video, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And welcome to the channel if you're new here. And please feel free to press the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. So I'm going to get going, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. So goodbye for now, guys. Bye.